Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Today, let's talk about the transits happening in the month of August 2025. Now, some people were saying, oh my god, the voice changed. No, no one is speaking on behalf of me. It's me. It's my voice. It's been 2 weeks and my throat is inflamed, okay? Can't help. And I don't want to explain it to everyone. But yes, I speak a lot because of my work. I speak a lot. Sometimes I speak for 3 to 4 hours constantly every single day. So when it's rainy out there, my throat gets impacted. So it's me who's speaking over here. And yeah, it's healing, but it's taking a lot of time. And yes, there's a slight change of place because I really got bored of sitting in that corner, sitting on the same chair. So yeah, there's a change over here today. My God, my voice sounds so different today. Not today, it's been 2 weeks. Sometimes I try to talk to myself. It's like some second person is talking to me. Okay, forget it. Let's talk about the transits happening in the month of August. Okay, so there are two major themes. One is the Sun Ketu in Leo. Sun Ketu in Leo is a very beautiful theme of spiritual changes in life. Transforming yourself beautifully, leaving everything behind, the pride or the ego, anything which connects to your material world, but it doesn't connect to you. You're not aligned with that. Your soul is not aligned, which is not true for your soul. Leaving it behind, having more clarity in life. Second theme is Jupiter, Venus together in Gemini. Now, Jupiter, Venus together, both planets are all about abundance, prosperity in the finances. In Gemini, it brings quick growth, quick opportunities to grow in life financially, whether it's your well-being, whether it's your knowledge, your creativity. So they are very helpful over here, and you can utilize this period very beautifully to grow your business, to grow anything significant to you, which is connected to finances and creativity as well. But the very same conjunction of Jupiter in Venus in Gemini is slightly difficult with respect to relationships where there is love, there is a connection, because we know that Jupiter is not a great friend to Venus. There's some kind of enviness. So this leads to conflict, verbal conflict. It leads to struggles in connections. Not like completely disaster, but yes, some struggles are definitely there. So let's see how the Sun Ketu together in Leo and Venus Jupiter in Gemini will work for you. For Aries, Sun Ketu in the 5th house in Leo. This transit is going to bring more clarity in your life. You will be now more free. You won't be in fear while taking a certain decision, while choosing a certain path in your life. It is about clarity. It's not coming through ego. It's not coming through other people's opinions. You are choosing your opinion. You're choosing your voice, what truly aligns with you in life. I know we have always been told Sun Ketu means confusion. Sun Ketu means almost like an eclipse. You can't see your true self. You can't connect to your true self. But remember, here Sun is in Leo. And when the Ketu joins Sun in Leo, it brings detachment, it brings disconnection from everything which doesn't align with your inner voice, your identity and your soul. So you are choosing happiness this month. There is some clarity which is coming to you with a certain aspect of life, and you are taking a decision which aligns with your happiness and what you truly want. Some people may try to, project their shadow on you, which means they may try to dismiss something which you truly believe in, what you are doing in life. But I think you're beautifully following your heart, what your mind is saying. This transit, if you have children, can create struggles, like you have your own identity crisis, you have certain personal challenges, and then it interferes with, bonding with your child or working along with your child's demands. But overall, for everyone, this is a very identity connected transit, to connect with your true self, not living the truth others want you to live. So it is about reconnection with self, reconnection with your true identity, and also doing things which you truly love, you truly enjoy doing in life. So there's more truth, there's more alignment with this transit happening for you. Jupiter, Venus in the third house in Gemini. So Jupiter is the 12th lord, 9th lord, Venus is second lord, 7th lord. This could be about meeting new people with respect to business, with respect to work. It could be also with respect to romantically, or finding new people in your life, addition in your life, with respect to friends, with respect to new partnerships, love interest. Jupiter, Venus, they both connect to happiness in some sense. Jupiter is your inner happiness. Jupiter is your prosperity in life. Venus is again prosperity with respect to love, with respect to growth and finances. So you are growing very well this month. Financially, you will prosper, and the people coming into your life are bringing more guidance. You'll be spending more time with your loved ones. Some kind of celebration may happen. So overall, this brings a very positive approach, and you're looking forward in life, and your relationships will get better. Now remember, Jupiter is not a fan of Venus. So what's happening here, that you may have certain struggles with people who are like guru, or who are a bit elder than you within the family, or even in the partnerships. There can be some friction, which is mainly issues with communication. Like someone says, this is what I want, and you say, no, this is what I believe in, this is what is right for me. So that kind of conflict may happen. There's a full moon in the 10th house in Capricorn. So it is going to give you a major push in the career. You are going to achieve something. There's a completion of a very difficult time period with respect to work. But there is completion, there is success in that aspect. Mercury continues its journey in Cancer. It will turn progressive on 11th of August. So Mercury in Cancer continues some confusion in your personal matters with respect to home. Maybe it is about communication gap between you and certain loved ones. And the Mars is in Virgo in the 6th house. So this is a time when you have to really be very careful with respect to your health, and also choose your battles very wisely. You don't have to get into every drama, every conflict. You have to protect your peace at this time. For Taurus, Jupiter, Venus in the 2nd house in Gemini. Jupiter rules over the 11th house and the 8th house. Venus rules over the 1st house and the 6th house. So if you see, the 8th and the 6th lord are together in the 2nd house. This shows certain battles are definitely there. Battles with respect to family bonds, certain connections or partnership. But you will successfully overcome that through your intelligence and your potential. Your wisdom, your intelligence will give you this forward movement in life, and you will overcome these blocks. Some kind of tension is there, emotional tension is there with certain loved ones, or maybe it could be even the work front. So you will overcome that through your wisdom, through your talents, through your potential. And your presence of mind will be very amazing. And also, Jupiter, Venus are ruling over the 11th and the first house. So, being together in the second house, there's a major achievement with respect to finances. There is some kind of upgrade which will happen with respect to money, a certain growth, profit going higher with respect to how you are being respected by other people, how people treat you. So, people will see more value in you. There's not just advancement of wealth or finances, but advancement of your worth, how the world views you with respect. So your status will get better, your finances will get better, your worth will get even better, and most importantly, you will value yourself a lot. So Jupiter, Venus are truly helping you in going higher with respect to resources, with respect to happiness as well. But remember, there is some block, and it could be different from for everyone, because having sixth and the eighth lord together in the second house is about some conflict, either with spouse or either with a partner, a business partner, or it could be some verbal conflict with your very own people, blood connections as well. Sun, Ketu in the fourth house. So, Sun, Ketu in the fourth house in Leo talks about emotions again. You know, there are overlapping emotions. Whatever you are feeling right now is not completely your emotions. It's definitely coming from other people's expectations, how they sometimes interfere in your life. So there's overlapping, almost like an eclipse, where other people are projecting their expectations on you, how they feel about your success, they project it on you. So there's not enough clarity of who you are and where are you going in life. So Sun, Ketu in Leo in the fourth house puts the spotlight on those areas of life where you are abandoning yourself, you are ignoring yourself, you're not listening to yourself. So it brings some kind of awareness, like this is where I have to work in my life, this is how I have to strengthen my willpower to achieve something, or maybe simply to be happy in life. You have to focus on certain areas you are constantly ignoring. And this is about home as well. So it shows disconnect with certain authority in your life, because somehow you have outgrown this person, or what you want doesn't align with a certain person. There's a full moon in Capricorn in the ninth house this month, and this brings luck. Whatever hard work, whatever the best effort you're putting into your work, your life since many months, now it's time to bloom, grow. There's certain luck, opportunity for you waiting in this month. You are blessed with, even if it's not an opportunity, you are blessed with certain completion or success as well. Mercury continues its journey in Cancer in the third house. This shows at one point you have struggles in speaking out your truth, speaking your ideas. It shows you are resisting something to talk about this month. And then we have Mars in Virgo in the fifth house. Fifth house deeply connects with potential. So this is happening again in the mutual aspect. Saturn, Mars in the fifth and the 11th house. It shows you are working very hard towards something in life. There is great dedication, and don't feel hopeless. Like, do consistent work. Don't think about the final result, because this is something which is pushing you to work very hard. But sometimes you may feel like giving up. You're thinking too much about the results. So don't do that at this time. For Gemini, you have Venus, Jupiter in the first house in Gemini Rashi. And Jupiter rules the 10th house, 7th house. Venus rules over the 12th house, the 5th house. So Jupiter, along with the Venus, it shows number one, because they are the 5th and the 10th lord together in the first house, it shows some kind of a major upliftment in life. I think they will bring financial upliftment. They are going to, more than financial upliftment, I see you are having wonderful opportunities in life at this time. And people are going to talk about you. You will be popular, or people are talking about your skill set, how wonderful you are. People are talking about your qualities. So this popularity will also help you to get more opportunities in life, especially if you are in business or a business partnership. This is going to help you flourish. But remember, since Jupiter is the seventh lord with the fifth lord Venus, it shows some differences between you and your business partner, some differences in the romantic connection or relationship, because maybe you both are right. You have the right opinion. The other person, for that person, his or her opinion is right as per their life experiences. So there's clash of wisdom, there's clash of knowledge, there's clash of the opinions, the perspective as well. Both can be right, but because people have their own individual journeys, so that kind of clash is there. But Venus Jupiter shows opportunities with respect to love, growth in your relationship, communication, talking to each other, sorting out the differences, knowing each other very well. So that kind of shift is happening. Something auspicious will definitely happen. Venus Jupiter in Gemini in the first house is also showing some kind of a major jump in the career path and the finances. Not just because you are doing very well, but it's due from a very long time, and people can see your worth. Like, now it's out there, visible. People can see how amazing you are. Something is now, like, maybe something was blocking you, but now no more blockage. And then we have a full moon in the 8th house this month. So, full moon in Capricorn in the 8th house for Gemini. Now, this is about certain things which are like constantly bothering you. You don't talk about that. You keep this as a secret. Certain feelings, they constantly bother you. They constantly challenge you. Overwhelming feelings. They may reach to peak. You may reach to a very peak of this overwhelming feeling. So you have to get rid of these overwhelming stages. So full moon brings this time this month where you will heal from these things. Some kind of a very difficult memory, or something which is a bit sad in your life. You will have a great power over these issues. Now, these issues cannot control you forever. So you will overcome these challenges. But this is all internal. It's not happening externally right now. It's memory. It's something out there in mind. And Sun Ketu in the third house in Leo. Sun Ketu in Leo is especially in the third house, is sometimes doubting yourself. Because Saturn in the 10th house shows you are working brilliantly. You have a long-term plan. You have this dedication. You're working very hard. You have a big dream in your mind right now. But Sun Ketu in Leo shows the only thing which you are lacking right now is confidence. Somehow you should deeply trust whatever you are doing in life. Trust every step you take. Trust your potential. This is what you are learning with this transit. And I think for Gemini, you may have a lot of people around you, but Sun Ketu are reminding you that not every time you should say your truth to people. Not everyone may understand your truth, your life, your identity. So selective communication is coming through this. And the Mars is in Virgo. We have talked about this in the previous video as well. Mars opposite to Saturn. Mars in Virgo in the 4th house. It shows you may feel, because this may create health issues. It may even bring some kind of a trigger or frustration because of the overwork you are doing, some kind of burden in the family life as well, because you have Mercury in Cancer in the second house as well. So it brings trust issues, it brings communication issues with people. For Cancer, Mercury in the first house in the Cancer Rashi. Mercury shows the need to work on your trust. Mercury is the 12th lord and the third lord. 12th is the subconscious, and then third is what? It's the communication and the effort. So Mercury in first house in Cancer Rashi is the very soft side of you, the very raw emotions of you. Don't let them overpower you. And also sometimes you may have trust issues with the world, with the people. Don't let that overpower you. There's a lot of tenderness right now. There's softness, tenderness deep within. And you have to really be very selective in the way you communicate, whom you are allowing in your life right now. This is what Mercury is activating in your life. And then in the 12th house, there is Jupiter and Venus in Gemini. Jupiter is the lord of ninth house, 6th house. Venus rules the 11th house, 4th house. So this is something about a preparation phase. 12th house is always active. It's a house which is always active even while you are sleeping, in your dreams, constantly something which is going at the back of your mind. So Jupiter Venus in Gemini is actually a lot happening deep within. It's preparation. It's a preparation of a big leap, a big jump in your life, because Jupiter and Venus, they strongly connect to prosperity in life, happiness in life, happiness in your home, happiness in your finances, happiness in your relationships. So this is a time, because it's in Gemini, you are observing, you are calculating, you are reevaluating your life, your decisions, every aspect of your journey, and you have lots of ideas. So it's like preparation phase. And definitely once the Jupiter enters into Cancer, the prosperity will definitely come, because now you're applying your ideas practically. So some kind of preparation is happening for Cancer. Maybe it's not visible to the world, and you may be worrying a lot about it, whether it will be successful or not, but you're doing very well at this time. But like the Mercury in Cancer right now in the first house is like, let me do this now, let me fulfill my goal now. But Mercury is not very mature here. Mercury indeed is not a mature planet. And then in Cancer, there are struggles here. Like you're doing something great, but it's still not fully ripe, it's not fully done. So that kind of energy is coming through Mercury. And also, if you have a work connected to foreign lands or far distant places, it will really give you great financial upliftment, even opportunities coming from foreign lands or far distant areas. And because you have Saturn in the ninth house, so opportunities are definitely coming from far distant places. And then you may have a doubt whether to accept this opportunity or not. You have a full moon in the 7th house in Capricorn this month. This is about you showing up in difficult places. It could be, suppose, a work meeting. It could be some kind of a business meeting. You have to make a certain deal and you're nervous about it. How to talk over there, how to present something over there. So you may find it a bit hard, but successfully you are fulfilling this duty, this responsibility. You are showing up with a lot of strength and power, and people will be so amazed by your work, your performance. You are giving your best towards your work, and definitely your work this month is about presenting something to the world, showing up in the world, talking to people. You may feel a little nervous, but you are doing it successfully. With respect to relationships, the full moon in Capricorn in the seventh house is about overcoming a big struggle in your partnership or your love connection, overcoming a big separation, like something will be sorted, definitely. And also the Venus Jupiter in the 12th house shows effectively saving your finances, working on your expenditures, because some unexpected expenditures may happen because of home. Maybe you're buying something this month, maybe it's a big purchase you're doing this month. So this is what Jupiter Venus is showing. And lastly, the Sun Ketu in the second house in Leo in the August month. Sun Ketu in Leo are showing some struggles for a parent figure with respect to health, maybe with respect to finances. Maybe you are taking up the responsibility of someone else this month, which can be a bit overwhelming. Sun Ketu in Leo is about you connecting deeply, not just to your soul, but how you're connected to the family, the genetics, the karma you share with your family, your parents. So you have more responsibility here. And with that, you understand the root of your life, your soul, how you're deeply connected to your loved ones. For Leo, Sun Ketu in the first house in the Leo Rashi. For you, this is the time of deep introspection, deeply healing yourself, taking care of yourself, and also there's a disconnection from the world, creating your own space, creating certain boundaries for sure, because Sun Ketu here is taking you towards your very own light, not the external sources of light, how the people are connecting to you, how they are talking to you, but your very own source of light, that is your soul, aligning with what you want in life, aligning with what is good for you, what is your truth. Are you truly ignoring your very own needs? Are you kind of over sacrificing for people? So, this is a very spiritual transit for Leo, where you disconnect from others in a deep manner and you move further towards yourself. So, Sun Ketu initially with this transit may bring identity crisis, feeling like you're not blending with the world or the people. But later on, within this month, you will feel it was essential to disconnect because you need some time to think for yourself, to have more clarity. So it makes you much closer to your own self. And a very spiritually uplifting transit it will be. And Sun is reaching to your first house. You are Leo ascendant or Leo moon. So it will uplift your spirits. It will make you more confident. And also the Ketu with the Sun in Leo, it disconnects you from any kind of unhealthy attachments, because you have Rahu right now in the seventh house in Aquarius. So it literally looks like in this transit you are facing so many people, you are dealing with so many people, and it's a challenge. When Rahu is there in the seventh house in Aquarius, different people, you always try to understand them, you try to figure out what's happening. So it is a bit overwhelming. So Sun over here with the Ketu brings the time when you will be successfully decluttering your life and your connections. The ones who are truly aligned with you, your well-wishers, will stay. So it is about working across this first and seventh house axis, how to be present out there in the world because of your work, because of your responsibilities, but still taking care of yourself as well. The next thing is the full moon in Capricorn in the 10th house. There's certainly a project, a work which you are doing right now, and it's taking a lot of time and dedication. It has changed your entire routine, or it could be certain conflict or too much of competition within your connections, your people or relationship, family life, but you will overcome that. This completion is happening. Full moon in Capricorn is a very tough challenge will be over here, and through your hard work, through your dedication, you will win in that area of life. So you're overcoming some kind of block or obstacle or a certain drama happening between you and certain people, especially in the family life, because you also have Mars in Virgo in the second house. So struggles with people who are family, or who are like family, or who live around you. That could be that could be the issue, and that is changing now. Then we have Venus Jupiter in the 11th house in Gemini, where Jupiter is the lord of the 8th house and 5th house, and Venus is the lord of the 3rd house and the 10th house. So, Jupiter Venus being the 5th and 10th lord in the 11th house, it brings sudden shift, prosperity, growth in your lifestyle, in your finances, in your income or profits. It brings addition in your life with respect to romance, with respect to romantic connection, new friends, social circle, even people with whom you can benefit through business, benefit through a certain collaboration as well. So Venus Jupiter gives success in finances, growth as well. Some kind of a promotion may also happen for some people, and it is not just because you have done a lot of hard work, but I think people will truly see your value. People will truly see your worth. The only challenge I see here, since the Venus Jupiter are in Gemini, but if you see, where is Mercury? Mercury is in 12th house in Cancer. I feel you may have your own doubts, you may have your own insecurities at this time, that whatever I'm doing right now, will it bring the right results or not? Inner limitations are there, in inner doubt, or negative self-talk is happening with Mercury in Cancer. Not feeling that you will be successful in a certain aspect of life. So remove that inner voice which is actually saying negative things because of certain past experiences. Because Venus Jupiter in the 11th house will give you really good rewards financially, in career. It brings new opportunities with respect to friends, romantic life. So this will bring advancement. Jupiter is also the 12th lord. So the 12th lord sitting in the 11th house, it shows sudden shift in the career, because you already have Saturn in Pisces in the 8th house. So there's something which you will overcome at this time. Sudden growth will happen for you. For Virgo, Mars will be in your first house in Virgo Rashi, opposite to Saturn in the 7th house. We have already done a video on this. Do listen to that. Well, Mars in Virgo in the first house is about doing things with a lot of aggression. And don't let your aggression or any kind of impulse or resentment to block your very own path. Mars in Virgo in the first house is sometimes your anger blocks your very own path. Sometimes restlessness or irritation, you're a bit triggered by something and it just blocks your very own journey. So you have to take care of that. You will be working very hard this month, consistent with what you are doing. In your 10th house, there is Jupiter and Venus in Gemini. Whereas Venus rules over the 2nd house and the 9th house, and the Jupiter rules over the 7th house and the 4th house. So the 7th and the 9th lord together in the 10th house, this is bringing luck, this is bringing growth, better opportunities with respect to work if you're finding a new job, and if you're in a certain business, it will give you very good financial gain. Like if you are someone who is very ambitious with respect to your business or work, you will see that advancement at this time. If you're really looking for better opportunities with respect to finances, you will see that growth, that shift happening for you. You have Saturn right now in the Pisces in 7th house, and Jupiter again in the Kendra house, that is your 10th house in Gemini. So it is about working on something which will be long term in life, and it will be very rewarding in nature. And the Venus brings the luck, ninth lord reaching to the 10th house. Financially, you will see upliftment. And more than that, I think what you're aiming for is an atmosphere, a workplace where you can do things as per your will, as per your creative freedom. So that creative freedom, that opportunity is coming for you, where you can do work as per your own will, like using your creative force and your wisdom in your work in a beautiful manner. You're putting best intentions, best efforts in your work, and it will be rewarding to you. Some conflict with a senior may happen, because Jupiter is also connected to someone who is a teacher, who knows maybe more than us. And also Sun is the authority. So Sun right now transiting from 12th house with Ketu in August. So this again shows conflict with authority. It also shows conflict in the personal connections, especially love, where you expect joy, where you expect happiness with certain people in life. So it creates a sense of isolation. This isolation is important to bring clarity in life, what you truly want in your life. What do you really connect with? What do you want to take forward in life? And what do you need to really forget and leave behind in life? So that kind of clarity comes through disconnection and isolation. And then there's a full moon happening in the 5th house in Capricorn this month. So this is about knowing your true worth and potential. 5th house again connects to Sun. So there is some kind of maturity happens for you, advancement happens for you with respect to your skill set. You're going higher with your work. There is some kind of reward definitely waiting for you. This is also the house of Purva Punya. So something you have done in the past will bring a reward, some kind of luck for you. And also with respect to romantic connections, friends, or maybe joy, the full moon in Capricorn shows that now it's time to celebrate your success. You don't have to stop enjoying your life. Don't wait for the perfect moment to enjoy. And with respect to connections and relationships, as Saturn is the 5th lord in the 7th house right now, and then a full moon in Capricorn in the 5th house, it is about more accountability in your relationships, working towards not just that romantic things, but to have a structure in love, working towards that. You and your partner may work towards that structure, that accountability, things getting serious in the connection. And the Mercury continues its journey in Cancer, that is your 11th house. So this brings quick growth. Even the Venus Jupiter are promising you quick growth. But how do you make this thing long term? This is where you have to really use your mind and your thought process. You will have wonderful opportunities in the next 1.5 months, but how to make the success long term, this is where you have to work the most. For Libra, the first house ruler, Venus, is with Jupiter in the 9th house. Venus is the 1st and the 8th lord, and the Jupiter is the 6th as well as the 3rd house ruler. So being the 6th and the 8th house ruler, Venus and Jupiter in the 9th house in Gemini, it shows a big leap, a big jump in life towards success, towards growth. You are overcoming a big struggle. It could be internal struggle, some kind of reluctance in moving forward with your thought process, with your mind. overcoming a certain challenge in life, whether it's work, whether it's relationships, whether it's some kind of competition with someone, rivalry with someone. This is a big, big leap of faith, of wisdom, and luck. You're moving forward now. You're no more stuck in a certain aspect of life. There's a lot of courage, and more than courage, your intelligence, your wisdom, your creativity helping you to move forward in life. You're choosing healthy connections, healthy relationships. Venus in Gemini in the ninth house, first lord in the ninth house. People who will be choosing you as well. You're choosing those people. The reciprocation and love, the reciprocation in your family bonds, in connections, it will happen. And also, it shows a journey of some kind of higher learning. Maybe it's a short term learning, a short term course, something for a very short duration, but it will be very rewarding with respect to your life, in your career, long term growth, in the finances. It shows travel with loved ones, with important people. This travel will bring wonderful opportunities. It could be travel because of business as well. So travel brings some kind of luck. Traveling to even spiritual places may happen. Traveling to meet someone significant or your friends, important people in your life. And it is bringing bliss, happiness, growth, a new perspective in life. Something about travel, meeting other people will change your perspective completely. More positive outlook towards life will happen. So Venus, Jupiter, they are taking you forward. Every effort you have done, every act of wisdom, every act of creativity, like it's taking you forward in life, because Jupiter rules over efforts and Venus rules over your personality, your very existence. So you're moving forward beautifully in this month, and you have people around you. You're not doing everything alone. You will definitely have some support as well. That support is also coming through the full moon in the fourth house in Capricorn. Firstly, the moon will show you how you are so strong and you have turned into someone so powerful that even if you are solo, you can do wonderful things in life. But also, it brings some kind of emotional support. It is bringing some kind of fulfillment in your life, some major achievement, like a big purchase you are doing, and it will make you very happy. It's something like you have earned it. That kind of fulfillment will come to you. Sun Ketu in Leo in the 11th house. Now, Sun is not very happy in the 11th house in general, because it shows no matter how much you shine, how much you grow, people will be very annoyed by your growth. So Sun, even though it's in own house in Leo with Ketu, it shows that you are shining like a sun, but like your light is reaching to different corners, but still some people are ignorant towards your light. They are ignorant towards how wonderful you are, because they know you're a wonderful person, you're successful, but they kind of turn blind to your growth, your light. They don't want to see it. So this should not dishearten you. This is the house of achievements. And the Sun Ketu are not denying the achievement, but it shows either you are in a process to learn to detach from the outcome of things, or you are learning that any kind of success, or whether it's a failure, it doesn't determine your worth, or the people how they react to your success, that doesn't determine your worth. So it is about your gain, your reward, your profits will not be the marker or indicator of who you are. So you have to disconnect from the reward. This is what you have to learn with the Sun Ketu in Leo. And the Mars continues its journey in Virgo, opposite to Saturn. It shows a little bit of anger and trigger you carry deep within. So, something like bothering you from deep within. We have Mercury in Cancer in the 10th house. It shows a lot of quick shifts and changes happening at your work front, or maybe you brainstorming to find certain solution or doing something important in your life. For that, you are really thinking a lot. For Scorpio, the first house ruler, Mars in Virgo in your 11th house. Mars shows your very dedication, your very effort will pay great results for you. Even though you may have certain people who oppose you at the work front right now, or they kind of ignoring your efforts, but you will go beyond this blockage. You'll be successful. Something rewarding is waiting for you this month. Your dedication towards your work. Even if you have a great dedication right now towards your health, towards your well-being, you will see great shift and changes by the end of this month. So Mars is showing growing in your work. You are growing wonderfully in your finances, but through a lot of hard work, a lot of blood and sweat going into what you are doing right now. In the 10th house, there is Sun and Ketu in Leo. 10th house is about ambition. 10th house is about how you work towards every aspect of life. 10th house is not just profession. 10th house is how you take responsibilities, how you take charge in life to grow, to have structure, stability. So Sun Ketu in Leo in the 10th house shows, especially with respect to your actions, how you're committing to different aspects of life. There's a little bit of disconnection, not very satisfied. Maybe there's fatigue, there is soul fatigue, there is physical fatigue of constantly working and doing things for people and the responsibilities you take for people. There's some kind of fatigue you may witness. So this may disconnect you for a while from your work. You may not feel very satisfied with what you are doing at the work front, maybe your responsibilities in general. Sun shows that this is a phase, because Sun reaches to its own place. Sun reaches to Leo in your 10th house. So it shows you are very near to some kind of a big achievement in life. You have done something brilliantly in your professional journey or in general in your life, but that chapter is ending. That chapter will close very soon, because from here you will align to a professional path. Even in your personal journey, you align to such a path where you work through your soul, you work through your inner alignment, what makes you truly happy. This is the path you are choosing. So it could be a big shift with respect to how you see life, what you want to do in life. There's a new purpose in your journey. Either you're reaching to fulfillment of a certain purpose, and from there starts a new purpose. So you want to live a life which is aligned with something more meaningful and purposeful. And also Sun Ketu in Leo shows not very satisfied, even though you have success in your hands right now, but disconnected from work, or disconnected from the people at the work front, or problems with authority at the work front, not very valued at the work front. And then we have Venus Jupiter in Gemini in the 8th house, where the Venus is the 12th lord, and also it rules over the 7th house, and the Jupiter is the 5th house ruler, 2nd house ruler. So Venus Jupiter in Gemini in the 8th house, it is the time when you are carefully analyzing your partnerships. You're evaluating your finances and your partnerships deeply at this time. because Jupiter is the fifth lord, Venus is the seventh lord. Together in the eighth house, it is about working on sharing important resources with your partner or your business partner. It's sharing of your life story, your views, your thoughts. There's a lot of secrecy in your connection right now. So you are working towards better communication, better understanding in the relationship, trying to overcome a certain block in your partnership. That is the major work you are doing. And overall, Jupiter is the inner compass, your truth, your prosperity, and Venus is your creative force, your heart. So it is about, you aligning with what is right for you. Maybe in a certain family bond or relationship, you are ignoring your inner voice, you're ignoring what is right for you just to protect that relationship. So this is the time to reevaluate and stop, lying to yourself, stop sacrificing yourself for the wrong people. So that shift, that rebirth happens for you over here. It shows some stagnation in finances for a very short period of time, followed by massive growth, exponential growth with respect to wealth. There's some kind of a gain of wealth from family as well, or gain from partner as well. And as we have already talked about Mars, let's talk about Mercury in Cancer in the ninth house. There can be new opportunities coming in your path, but these opportunities may not be very helpful for long-term growth. So choose your opportunities very carefully. For Sagittarius, your first house ruler, Jupiter with Venus in the seventh house in Gemini. Venus is the 11th lord and the 6th house ruler. Jupiter is the first and the 4th house ruler. Jupiter, Venus in Gemini brings many opportunities for you to be out there and speak in the public. It could be because of your work, it could be because of certain events happening in your life. It is about opening up in front of the world, saying your truth, sharing your knowledge, your wisdom, your creative ability. So you will be in the limelight this particular month. Also, Sun in the ninth house. Ninth lord in the ninth house, but with Ketu. So it again makes you someone who is out there in the world, shining brightly, but I think it is also about shining for your very own self. Ninth house Sun Ketu in Leo is a great spiritual transformation, enhancing your faith in your own abilities. More than giving to other people, it is about taking care of yourself. There's some kind of a revelation, a truth being revealed. Something changes for you on a very soul level. More aligned with your wisdom, more learning will happen at this time. A big shift in your perspective, how you view life and people. It could also be about travel to a spiritual place or a certain temple, something about great spiritual importance, and it will really be very healing in nature. It could also be about starting to learn something new in your life. And it may create some struggles for a father figure or some struggles with authority as well in your life. Seventh house Jupiter, Venus really shows your abilities, your knowledge, and your creativity to the world in a beautiful way. You're reaching to your highest potential when it comes to work, when it comes to finances, when it comes to showing up in the world. Professionally, it will really reward you. In your partnerships, especially if it's a business partnership, you will gain financially through that partnership. Even though there are certain differences in the perspective with the other person, but I think you will continue to grow in your business partnerships. Financially, you will prosper. With respect to love, with respect to marriage, relationships, Jupiter, Venus brings the auspiciousness definitely in the relationship. But it just makes everything more, I would say, it's not serious, but it takes the entire life force, the entire dedication to this area of life where you are working on your relationship, you're working with your partner towards life, towards managing family life, managing resources. So it just brings some kind of auspiciousness through relationship or partner or marriage. But it also kind of takes a lot from you, your emotional energy, your work, your financial energy over here, a great dedication in this area of life. It could also be about some kind of a new initiation in partnerships. Venus is the sixth lord, coming along with the first lord, Jupiter in the seventh house, overcoming some kind of a big block competition at your work, in your business, even in your existing relationship. So it's about restoring something, working out, talking, communication, which kind of restores everything, makes things better for you. And there's a full moon in Capricorn in the second house for you. So this is about major dedication towards family, major dedication towards a certain responsibility you have towards your family, and you will successfully complete that. Some kind of financial upliftment will also be there for you, reaching to a certain level you wanted financially. This upgrade with respect to finances for you, successfully overcoming some kind of financial block will happen for you. Mars continues its journey in Virgo opposite to Saturn. Mars in the 10th house. It shows that the work, the professional front demands a lot of effort. Even when you are not very ready or you're not very energetic, you have to put in a lot of efforts into your professional front. But it will be rewarding in nature. And Mercury is in the 8th house in Cancer. Some confusion the Mercury may bring. You may overanalyze, you may overthink about different aspects of life. For Capricorn, there's a full moon in the first house this month, and this brings some kind of achievement in your life, completion of something. It could be a work project, it could be some kind of a personal goal. So full moon in Capricorn is some kind of major accomplishment, and you're very proud of it, you're very confident about it. And also it is about embracing your strength at this time, overcoming some kind of self-doubt, overcoming maybe a certain fear, because right now Ketu in Leo in the 8th house, and Sun will be along with Ketu in Leo this month. So it kind of deepens any kind of fear you have, fear of losing your worth, fear of losing something significant in your life. It's not there, it something does not exist right now, but there is a fear you create regarding that. So this full moon helps you to overcome that fear, overcoming some kind of a biggest internal threat you may have. And what the Sun and Ketu are doing for you in Leo, it's like a literal rebirth happening for Capricorn, overcoming some kind of fear. I'm repeating myself because this is the theme happening for you this month. It's a rebirth, it's realignment, more focus towards life, overcoming the doubts and all the noise and focusing on what is important. It could be also your health, working on your health, improving your well-being, helping someone else in some kind of recovery, helping a family member, helping a loved one in some kind of recovery. Health issues, it could be financial issues. You're helping someone in crisis, and then you're so blessed by that help that you are shining, you're protected, you're blessed by divine. So this is the month to reform, for rebirth, to really, get back your strength, be very confident in whatever you believe in. This is the test, and you are succeeding in this very beautifully. And the full moon in the Capricorn will really help you with this, overcoming big tensions and struggles, practical work, coming up with practical solutions for every tension, every struggle you have, and you will be successful. Then let's focus on the Venus Jupiter transit in Gemini in the sixth house. This is again a major focus towards your well being, your daily routine, your health. Here, Venus is the 10th and the 5th Lord. So it's a success giving planet, and the Jupiter over here is the 12th Lord and the 3rd Lord. So you are increasing your efforts in order to have more successful career, to have better finances, to have a better health. Jupiter is really pushing you to increase your efforts. And Venus is allowing you even more to use your potential, your talents in a great way. Even in a certain adversity or challenge, you will do very well. I feel the only challenge for you this month is firstly your health, and secondly, people kind of challenging you, and they are giving you some kind of competition, which is not a very true competition, because it's more of words. Gemini is words. Gemini can also be manipulation. So manipulative tactics to keep you behind, to make you feel defeated, but that's not the truth. So there's victory, definitely. There's this situation of overcoming a block or rivalry at the work front through your intellect, through your talents and your luck as well. And there can be certain verbal conflicts with people. But again, you have to choose with whom you have to really get into these arguments, because somehow the Jupiter shows being the 12th Lord right now in the 6th house. The more you argue, the more you get into arguments, the more you kind of overthink about people and certain situations, it drains your vitality, your energy, and your intelligence as well. So be very protective of your energy and your resources and finances as well. Venus, Jupiter together in the 6th house in Gemini shows great potential to grow in life, getting better finances and health, but there is some kind of interference, and this interference comes from the speech of other people, what they have to talk about you, what they think about you. That kind of mixes up with your potential and your inner narrative in life. So you have to overcome that. Mercury in Cancer in the 7th house. Mercury shows meeting a lot of new people, a lot of communication with people with respect to, it could be potential business clients, it could be even, your work kind of is pushing you to speak more, connect more with the people, and you feel a little afraid in communicating with others. There's some kind of reluctance in speaking with people at this time. And the Mars continues its journey in Virgo, which is your 9th house. So you are very diligently working towards your goals with a lot of courage and effort. You're doing very well right now. For Aquarius, you have Sun Ketu in the 7th house in Leo this month. Now, Sun already gets weak in the 7th house. And here Sun is in Leo in its own sign along with the Ketu. I think this is showing the people you may meet in this month. It could be the public life, it could be your partner, business partner, any kind of love connection. People kind of are not aligning with who you truly are. They are exactly opposite of what you believe in, maybe your current vibe, where you are going in life, who you are right now in life. They are not aligning, because Rahu in the 1st house in Aquarius right now, you are going through tremendous changes in life, more fast changes, big changes than you can process by yourself. big shift in perspective, and also a bit of cloudy vision in life. What you are doing, what you're feeling, where you are going in life. There's some confusion because everything is shifting very quickly. Your perspective is shifting very quickly right now. So you are going through a lot of internal changes, and then the challenge comes from the outer world, that is the people in your life, and somehow they challenge your soul. They challenge your identity. That's what the Sun, Ketu, and Leo are showing. The people who may come up to you in the form of love, people, business partners, clients, or any person connected to work, these people may have very different views than you. And that kind of changes you and your perspective. You will be more aligned with what you have to truly change in your relationships. Not you have to change yourself at this time, but how you connect with people. That will go through a complete shift, a rebirth. How you give a part of you to other people, how you connect with them, what kind of people you truly want in your life. That shift happens for you. So in relationships, the soul is realigning what is right and detaching from what is toxic and not working for you. If you are someone who is a public figure, you are in business, your work requires to face people, meet people, I think you may feel a bit of an identity crisis at this time. Like, absolutely, you may feel like people can see through you and they are judging you at this time. So protection is required. Be very selective how you show up to people. You may disconnect from some people. And with respect to love, Sun, Ketu challenges you at this time in the seventh house. Because in love, in your partnership, something is not aligning with your very soul, the very inner truth of yours. Then there's a full moon in Capricorn in the 12th house. The full moon in over here is showing there's a big block subconsciously. You may limit yourself, you may doubt yourself, you may challenge yourself. This is something you will overcome in a beautiful manner, overcoming a big hurdle at this time. And the full moon in Capricorn also shows certain memories, certain thoughts from the past, experiences may block you from moving forward, or to fully trust yourself, to fully trust what you are doing, your actions. So this is where you have to work the most subconscious, the thoughts, the unsaid things in your mind. So working towards clarity of mind is happening, overcoming the internal blocks, inner negative voice. Venus Jupiter brings a lot of positivity for Aquarius. This is the positive thing for you in the entire transits. Venus Jupiter in Gemini in the fifth house. It brings events, situations, new people in your life. They bring hope, they bring joy, they bring celebration in your life. Attending certain events because of work, because of social events, you're meeting new people, talking to people, and this really helps you to feel more happy, more relaxed as well. New connections are waiting for you. This is also you working with a very deep potential of yours. Jupiter is the 11th lord with a 4th lord, Venus in the 5th house. This is bringing success. This is bringing happiness in what you do. And also the Venus rules over, for Aquarius, Venus rules over the 4th house and the 9th house. So it becomes a success giving planet as well. So in the 5th house, being with Jupiter, 11th lord, your potential, your talents will give you better opportunities, better financial opportunities. So it brings luck for you. For Pisces, your first house ruler, Jupiter, is with Venus in the 4th house in Gemini. Here, Venus rules over the 3rd house and the 8th house, and Jupiter rules over the 1st house and the 10th house. So, Jupiter Venus in the fourth house definitely shows some kind of financial expenditures, like it is about purchasing something great, something massive at this time. It could be a home, it could be jewelry, it could be vehicle. It's about spending your finances on luxury as well. There's joy coming through luxury, there's joy coming through even spending time with your loved ones, family, important friends, some kind of a major event happening within the home, which is special, which is auspicious as well. And since Jupiter is the 10th lord, and you have Saturn in the first house in Pisces, so Jupiter, Saturn in the Kendras, and then the Venus comes into the picture, which is the eighth lord and the third house ruler. It increases your efforts because you may feel some block in your relationships or partnership or romantic connection. Venus being the eighth lord with Jupiter, the first lord, it shows being stuck in something, stuck in a certain connection, not overcoming that connection, not resolving it, not resolving even certain matters with respect to family, where you have to speak more, you have to find solution, you have to find certain answers. So this is the time to work on in these areas of life, to open up, to communicate, to talk, and to resolve your certain issues in connections. This could be your connection with sibling, this could be a connection with someone elder in your life, this could be a romantic or relationship kind of bond. But overall, they are bringing financial success and also luxury in your life. Jupiter is the 10th lord, and then it is with Venus, the third lord. So it shows you are increasing your efforts in your work. You are using more of your wisdom, knowledge, your innovative ability, your creative ability, and it will reward you in a fantastic way. There's a full moon in the 11th house in Capricorn. It brings rewards for your hard work, for your dedication, for your complete focus in your work. There's some kind of big achievement happening for you. Some people may envy at this time. They may not like your growth, they may not like your achievement, and that should not stop you from enjoying your success. Full moon in Capricorn in the 11th house is not just reward, but going further, going higher in the next phase of life, next step in life, what to do next, what to achieve next. So this is your major focus, 11th house, going higher in life, financially, professionally, your ideology as well. And then the Sun Ketu in the 6th house in Leo. Sun is the 6th lord in the 6th house here, along with Ketu. This shows again that very envy energy you may have at the work front. People know you are successful, you're doing very well, but they kind of brush it off. They don't want to accept how wonderful you are. Again, that is about self-worth. How you reclaim your self-worth, how you reclaim your very true strength. You must be supportive towards yourself and your achievements, even if someone is denying that. Sixth house also over here shows focusing on your vitality, on your health, on your positivity in life. There are certain obstacles which are not external. Ketu is not showing external struggles in Leo. It talks about internal struggles, internal hesitations, internal doubts, where you are standing in your very own path. And now the sun is here to make you overcome these issues. You don't have to overthink a lot on certain matters. These areas of life require surrender, complete let go, doing your best and then the let go. And also focusing greatly on your well-being. Because the sun is your vision, and your vision is blocked, your purpose is blocked because your health is not allowing you to focus on that. So health needs great care. Mars continues its journey in Virgo, opposite to Saturn. It's in the 7th house. It shows some struggles in love life and relationships. It shows differences. It shows conflict. It shows working very hard to resolve these conflicts in partnerships, whether it's a business partnership, it's in some kind of alliance, it's some kind of contract in the business or work. There's some struggles over here where your independence is being challenged, your freedom is being challenged by the other person, or you are being criticized by someone. So you are losing your strength with respect to this argument. And Mercury will be in Cancer in the 5th house. 5th house is your very happiness. 5th house is your very potential and romance. So Mercury in Cancer shows overthinking possibility, overthinking tendency in life. Too much doubting your abilities at this time, and Sun is also creating that, but you have to overcome this, and Sun will help you in this. Even the full moon in Capricorn will help you in this.